Mo, mo, mo. What's up, y'all? Looks like 2025 has just about officially come to an end. Yay. And I get another 4 days off of work because of it. I get the holiday, get the day after the holiday, and then I get a weekend. It's pretty damn cool if you ask me. So I was just off 9 days. I had to work 3 to get 4 more off. Yay. Dreary today. No sun out. Dreary, dreary, dreary weather. I think it's like 35 degrees out, something like that. It's been kind of nippy all day. Nippy all day. Yep, sure is. I decided to go ahead and do an early video. I left early today. It just didn't seem like it was any worth my time to stay another hour. I got nothing to work on. So I guess Monday I'll have to come to work and twiddle my thumbs until I get something to do. I don't see being busy Monday either. Of course, I do have to take some photos Monday morning first thing. I took a car out today that we worked on. It's a police car for a company that I guess they lease police cars, or they supply different organizations with police cars. But anyway, I had a police car I had to take out today. That was pretty fun. You're on a public road and you work the lights and stuff, the takedown lights, and you get to mess with the siren a little bit and freak people out at stoplights and stuff. That's pretty cool. But they're using Volkswagen Atlas cars. I don't know if you guys have seen any of those yet. I think those are rather new on the market. I have never seen one before that I can remember. They're nice little cars, but their seats are terrible. Their seats are very uncomfortable. Eva Whitsley, hello there. Gay, bearded, homosexual. Is that what you think? Well, isn't that special? Aren't you special? Yeah. That's all right. I'm getting views. You're looking at my phone. You're looking at my channel. So whatever. A gay lumberjack? I don't know what that is. You'll have to explain that to me. Gay lumberjack. I know what a lumberjack is. I guess if I don't know. Are you a queer? I guess that's the only way to answer that question. Dumbass. Do I look gay? Fucking asshole. I got better things to do with my time than deal with somebody like you. But you can throw all the insults. Staying off the grid shit. It's fucked up. Yeah. Language. What's wrong with my language? Oh, being mean? Well, I'm only mean to people when they show stupidity on my channel. They come on here and they talk shit. Then they expect me not to respond. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Ignore them. I generally do, Xavier. Hey, Xavier Benelis, is that right? Sorry, I'm driving and I can't really read much. I can kind of glance. Eva Witsy, it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I actually kind of like it when people come on here and make an ass out of themselves, because it just reminds me about the stupidity in the world today. It's obvious that whoever they are, they don't have an education of any kind. They certainly don't have any manners. Keep going thinking your YouTube is good. My YouTube's all right. I do fairly well for myself. I'm not here to make money or any of that stuff, you know. I'm just here to do what I do. All right, Eva. You have a good day too. Eva, will see. You have a good day too. Aren't you, hey Eva, aren't you, what's his name? Magameet's friend? The little psycho girl? Oh, I'm going to have a great day. Don't worry about that. It's the last day of 2025. What is that song? Ain't nothing going to break my stride. Nobody going to slow me down. Something like that. Yeah. That's how it is. Hey, Jason, did you work on your scooter today? I think my cousin Jason's in there. Oh, no, you're not. Okay. He talks to a girl. Her name is Eva or Ava or something like that. That's why I was wondering. Yeah, I can't recall if I've ever seen you before, Eva. So welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping in for sure. I don't really do this for popularity, and I don't really do it for money because I'm not being monetized. I just do this, you know, because it gives me something to do while I'm driving home. And I do like to see, you know, the responses and replies and things like that. Like I said, okay. Yeah, I noticed earlier I was on Instagram. I think I sent you a code on. So your mom is Tammy. Tammy. I'm sorry. The name doesn't capture me too well. Tammy. Do I know Tammy? Do I like hockey? Yes, absolutely. I like hockey. You know, ever since I found hockey, you know, baseball, basketball, and NASCAR and other sports like that are no longer in existence. I do like football, but I don't watch the NFL. I watch the UFL. My favorite team is the St. Louis Battlehawks. We have a team here in St. Louis. Spartan, what's happening, Spartan? Not get into Uber. If you were the driver, I'm not Ubering, buddy. Sorry. I'm on my way home from work. I work a regular job. See, Uber is for lazy people that don't want to get a real job and do physical labor. So they drive a car and they make money doing that instead of actually getting up early in the morning, working a 10-hour shift, using these right here to build things and to make things. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not an Uber driver, and I really don't have any desire to do that kind of work because I'd probably end up smacking somebody in the mouth, especially if they were a smart ass. You know what I mean? It's Sarah Lopez. Welcome in, Sarah. You like hockey too? Yeah. I go to a lot of hockey games, where I used to. The game that I posted the other night, the videos from that game, were the first game that I've been to this season. I've been wanting to see a game, but for me to go to see the St. Louis Blues play, it's really expensive. And I did the math. Okay, so like for a nosebleed seat to go see the St. Louis Blues, it's like $109 or something like that. I mean, that's like almost as far away from the ice as you can get. Are you a player, Sarah Lopez? Do you play hockey as well? So I wanted to go see a hockey game, and I was able to get tickets for $17 in Peoria for the Rivermen. Now they're AHL or SPHL or something like that, but you know, it's still just as fun, but it's a lot cheaper for me to travel for 2.5 hours to go see a hockey game than it is to see a hockey game right here in my hometown, because we don't have a farm team or a lower league team here. I've been to Peoria before. We usually go to Evansville or out to Independence, Missouri. Evansville is where the Thunderbolts play, and then Independence, Missouri is where the Mavericks play. The Missouri Mavericks. And then, of course, you have a team in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is 6 hours for me. I've made that trip a few times. The Tulsa Oilers play down there. We used to have a team here in my area. It was a minor league team with the Central Hockey League, CHL, and they were a one and done team. My cousin plays, and I played a season. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never played hockey. I've been on ice skates before. That's just not my thing. But yeah, I love hockey. I never really watched it. When growing up, I went to a mall that used to have a hockey rink in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I never really understood the game, so I never really cared to watch hockey too much. I found it to be boring, but that's not because it wasn't a high volume sport or a high activity sport. It's because I didn't really understand the rules. So when I moved to the St. Louis area, I happened to have met a girl that liked hockey and watched it on TV. So she took me. Well, it was during the playoffs in 2010 that we watched a lot of the playoff games, and I think that year the Blackhawks won the cup or something. I don't remember, but then the following season, like the first game, it was the home opener for the Blues, St. Louis Blues. A buddy of ours who lives over in Illinois was like, "Hey man, I've got 2 extra tickets for this hockey game. Do you guys want to go?" And we were like, "Sure," So we were. It was the St. Louis Blues versus the Nashville Predators, and we were 8 rows off the ice. Kind of in a corner, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty hype and everything, and then I saw the first hit against the glass, and I was hooked. That was it. Hockey monster from that point on. So the next season, I bought season tickets for the Blues, and we went to every single home game for the Blues, and then that was rather expensive, and I didn't really like the big crowd, so in 2013 we had a team in St. Charles, Missouri called the St. Charles Chill, and the St. Charles Chill were the CHL team, and there was only 8 teams in that league, the Central Hockey League. So we went to all their games. I bought like a full full home hockey season tickets for them. And I went to every game. So we even went to a couple of the games when we traveled. So we did go to Tulsa, and I think we went to Independence as well. But anyway, so then, like I said, they were a one season and done team. There were some financial problems with the team anyway. So they only lasted 1 year. First, you didn't know the rules. Your cousin had to show you. Yeah, that's kind of how I was too. When you really don't know a lot about something, it's hard to kind of get interested in it. So I wasn't a really big fan of hockey at the time, but I became a hockey monster, So so the St. Charles Chill disbanded, and we didn't have a team anymore. But while the team was still around for one season, we met a bunch of good people, and we decided that we were gonna start traveling like to different places to see these games. And we had the Chill family, which consisted of about 10 or 12 people. So we would go in groups, and we would go from place to place. So we went to like Evansville, Peoria, Independence, Missouri. We went to Tulsa like 3 or 4 times, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And it was just basically something to, have a little fellowship and be able to go see some hockey too, something fun. So, like I said, this season, now I hadn't seen a game, live yet. I hadn't actually gone to a game, but I've seen it on TV. The Blues aren't really doing too well this year. And since it was Christmas, I had, some time off of work. I thought, well, shit, we'll just go to a hockey game. And so like I said, I was checking the the prices for the Blues game, $109. Now you figure it like this: at $109, you get 2 tickets. That's $200. Then you got to pay $30 to park. Then you got, you know, if you choose to drink, which I don't drink, so it, you know, I don't like beer or anything like that, but it would be expensive, you know, to do that. Plus food. A soda's like $6 for a 16-ounce cup or 20-ounce cup. So no, thank you. And after you do the math and everything, I spent like $20 on gas. I spent, well, you know, plus the fees. The tickets were $17, plus the fees were like, it came up to like $45 or something altogether. Then I spent 20, so I spent just over $100, you know. But where if I'd gone to a Blues game, I would have paid twice that. So I got away with only paying half of what I would have paid. Hey, you know, a little travel doesn't bother me. It's good to get out and see things, you know. So it was pretty cool. When you went to a game yesterday, okay. So who's your team, Sarah? Where are you from? What team do you follow? I'm a real huge Blues fan, but I'm from North Carolina, so my second favorite team is the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, when I was growing up, we had the Charlotte Checkers, were the lower league team at that time, and they were like a minor league, and I never went to see them. I had tickets a couple times, but never went to the games for some reason. I guess at that point in my life, I wasn't really interested. The Panthers, Florida Panthers. Okay, yeah, cool. That's all right. So do you live in Florida? Is that where you're from? What, they're in what, around the Tallahassee area, or am I on the wrong coast? I can't remember. I know the Florida Lightning, or the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're on one side, but is the Panthers, are they on the East Coast or the West Coast? So anyway, yeah, it was really cool, a lot of fun. And I shot some videos. I've got a lot of videos. Also, if you look through my short videos, you'll see some videos on there. I'm pretty sure I've got some from the Blues and stuff like that. Now, I did manage to catch a little bit of a scuffle at the Peoria Rivermen game. I've got probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 videos or something like that I shot at the Peoria game, so those are pretty cool. But I also take a lot of photos, but I put those on my Facebook page. I know I can put photos on YouTube, but I mean, who's really goes on YouTube to look at photos, you know what I mean? So I shoot videos. East Coast, yeah, okay, that's cool. I've been down the East Coast of Florida before, but I've never been to a hockey game there. Eventually, I'd like to go to Nashville. Yeah, I know, East Coast in Florida. Yeah, I know, Florida Panthers. Eventually, I'd like to go to a hockey game, you know, in Florida. But I don't get down that way that often. I've been there like 4 times my whole life, maybe 5. But, you know, usually during the time I go, the hockey season's over already. So that's not, you know, anything good. But are you, I'm not sure, are you going to the Winter Classic game? I hear it's in Florida, but I don't know where it is. They're going to have a Winter Classic game down there, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Either tomorrow or Friday, one of the two. There's a Winter Classic game, and they're playing it in Florida. I went to the one here back in 2000, I want to say it was 2018. They had the Winter Classic here. We played, I think it was the Penguins, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been the Blackhawks. But they played at Busch Stadium. Man, that was like a really cool experience. Watching hockey outside on ice is a lot cooler and it seems a lot more exciting than it is to watch it, you know, in an arena. I know the arenas feel a little more cozy, but you know, I mean, hockey wasn't really played inside until like the 60s or 70s or something like that, you know. So, and you know, with the original, what was it, the original 6 teams or something, original 8, I don't remember how many there were, but you know, they all played outside when they first started. Question. No, you're not going. Well, if you ever get a chance, Sarah, I'm not sure how old you are, but if you ever get a chance to go see one of the Winter Classic games outside, that would be like one of the most coolest things you've ever done in your life. I had never experienced that before, you know, and like I said, they played at Busch Stadium. There was like 45,000 people there, and they had the alumni game was one day, and then the actual Blues team was the next day. So we were actually there 2 days in a row, and there's a lot of activities and stuff they do, and you know, you had to bundle up because I think it was only like 41 degrees that day or something, and it was kind of chilly and rainy. It was overcast, so I mean, it was like perfect hockey weather, you know. So if you ever get a chance to go, that would be like super awesome for you, I'm sure. But I don't know, Sarah, if you've ever been on I don't remember ever talking to you before, but I do these videos. I try to do them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sometimes on the weekends, I shoot videos on like Sunday night. And those videos, when I'm at home, they're usually longer. I just, like I said, I do this on my way home from work. Generally, my daughter's on here too. She comes on, she's one of my moderators, and then I'm not sure what happened to my cousin Jason. He was on there a minute ago, and he comes and sees me, and then my mom comes on and sometimes, and then my fiance comes on sometimes, depending on, you know, how busy she is at work or whatever. But if you go check out my videos, I've got a bunch of hockey videos and stuff like that. I've got concerts I've been to, football games. I've got funny videos, car videos. I don't really promote my channel because, like I said, I'm not being monetized for this. I just do this pretty much for my entertainment and yours. It gives you guys something to, you know, kind of look forward to, I guess. You know, and hear other people's experiences. I talk a lot about my day. You know, each day that I'm on, I talk some about some of the experiences I've had in life, and I talk about some of the cool stuff I've done. You know, a little bit of everything. I try to cover a little bit of everything. I don't talk a lot about politics and religion because those two things seem to be pretty controversial, especially in today's society. So in order to keep the peace, I don't really talk about those things a whole lot. But anyway, yeah, I'm really glad you came to check out my live video. It's good to hear new names, you know, because I know that I'm reaching other people, and it kind of makes me, you know, feel better well, not feel better, but it kind of makes me happy to know that you know, people come to see my live videos, simply because, you know, I was fresh at this a couple years ago, and I couldn't get anybody to say anything, and a lot of times I didn't really know what to say. I just get on here, run my mouth, and but my videos are getting progressively better. You know, I find myself being able to get people to interact a little more and stuff like that. So it has its perks, you know. But I do give free shout outs. So there's you know, I've given you a shout out quite a few times. After this, you're gonna go watch the hockey videos. Yeah, do that. They're only like 1 minute clips, a lot of them, but they're pretty cool. And feel free to subscribe if you like. And if you wanna like my videos, or leave me any kind of comments to let me know what to do better or what not to do again, that's very cool too. And usually my videos are around 30 minutes long when I'm driving. It's been 25 minutes now, and I'm almost home, so I'll be cutting it off in a minute. But yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate, seeing new names and things like that. It really makes my day. But I wanted to do one last video, at least for 2025. Okay, you already saw. Well, thank you. Very cool. I appreciate that. I just, I like getting out and talking about things, and sometimes when I talk to you guys about my day and some of the situations I deal with in life, or some of my experiences, is maybe somebody can learn something along the way. I've had a lot. I'm 56 years old, and I've had a lot of experiences in life, and so I like to share some of those from time to time. But like I said, 25 minutes, 26 minutes now. So you guys take it easy. Sarah, thanks for coming in. Now, I do videos generally, but this is kind of early for me. I only worked 8 hours today. I usually work 9 or 10 hours. So if you don't catch me at around this time, you can usually catch me either 1 or 2 hours later, Central Time Zone. So that would be 2:30 for me. It'd be 3:30 or 30 for you. And then if I work until 4:30 in the evenings, you wouldn't see me until like 5:30 your time. So feel free to check back anytime. Always, if you want to say hello, just make sure you type something in there. I'll always respond if I see people's comments. If I can, if I'm driving, it's a little harder sometimes, but like I said, when I do videos at home, I'm stable and I'm able to pay a little bit more attention to, what's going on here on the screen, and stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your New Year celebration this evening. If you plan on going anywhere, please be careful. Always keep your head on a swivel and watch your back. And for the new viewers I had come in, like I said, I do really appreciate you guys coming in. There was a guy named Luke, Eva, Wiltsey came in, my cousin Jason, Javier. I never know how to pronounce it when they start with a J. I guess that's an H, but Javier Benales. Let's see here, and then Staying Off the Grid. He kisses guys. I don't know what his deal was. I guess he, I don't know. I guess he's one of those that just like to cause problems. But trolls are okay too, I don't mind trolls. But anyway, Happy New Year to you as well, Sarah. And like I said, enjoy my videos. There's 700 and some odd videos to choose from, so take it easy. And we'll see you next time. I'll be back on. I may do a video tomorrow. Just by chance, well, no, I won't be back tomorrow. Friday. I'll be back Friday. And Friday I'll be doing a video from home. So I'll have a little bit, I'll have something kind of planned to talk about at that point. And then maybe this weekend I'll do a couple of videos. But you guys take it easy. And Happy New Year to you all. And take it easy. If you go out, like I said, just keep your head on a swivel, because you never know who's around you. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll talk to you later.